Oh! That was really stupid. Hey everyone, Invisible Gecko here, and in the last episode of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, we got a few shrines done, took on another Lionel, and got the third memory completed. So, in this episode, the first thing that I want to do is go ahead and get the tower over there so that we can open up the map, and then we will go from there. And I'm not forgetting at all that those things are down there. No. So, oh man, it has been a crazy week, but I hope you're all doing very well, and that you've been enjoying the episode so far. It's been a lot of crazy stuff happening lately, and oh, hey! I was not expecting this, but we have just ran into the next Great Fairy Fountain right over here. And if we remember the person that was talking to us at the stable last episode, we got some rupees to offer to the Great Fairy, so we don't even have to worry about getting any more money. But I wanted to go ahead and grab these fairies really fast, because as you can tell from some of the fights that we've been in, especially with those guardians a while back, it's gonna be really nice to have them. Okay, so I grabbed all of them, and now let's go up and offer the rupees. Boy, sweet boy, please listen to my story. Sure, okay. I am the Great Fairy Kesa. This place was once a beautiful spring, but as time passed, fewer and fewer travelers arrived to offer me rupees. As a result, my power has abandoned me. Yeah, this is all kind of the same stuff that we've heard before, and 500 rupees is pretty steep, but since we got that from that man over there at the stable, this is not going to be anything too bad. Okay, let's go ahead and offer up those rupees right now. Thank you. You are too kind. And once again, we have this very interesting noise. Hello? Wow, pink hair, that's pretty cool. Okay. I can't get over the noises that the Great Fairies make. So you're the one who brought me back from the brink. Oh my, I see now that my first impression of you was correct. You most definitely are pleasant to look at. How would you like to live here with me? Oh. Ha! I'm kidding, of course, but you certainly are cute when you're blushing. Jeez. I really can't thank you enough, boy, but that won't stop me from trying. If you have the materials needed to enhance a piece of clothing, I will enhance your clothes. Alright, so let's check out what we can enhance, and ooh. So we are going to be able to go ahead and get much better armor here. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade all that I can here, so I will cut when I am done. And instead of getting fairy dust blown on us, we just get a kiss on a finger and then that. Okay, so now our soldier's armor is 12 defense. Okay, I'll just go ahead and get all this done then. I got everything done, and after many awkward kisses from the Great Fairy, I have gotten the soldier's armor up to 12 and the Hylian hood up there, and got a lot of stuff. Okay, so now that we're all done with that, let me go ahead and mark this area. I wasn't able to fully upgrade my, my soldier's greaves, so I'm gonna need to get more moblin guts before I can do that, but before we go ahead and try and find more moblins to get that upgraded more, let's try and get up to this tower. And it looks like we have some enemies on the way, and then a lot of that gloom. Alright, let me just climb up here. Oh yikes, am I not gonna make it? Come on, come on! Okay, we got that. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Ow. These guys came to play. Okay, you've got to quit with that. I don't really want to knock them. Oh, man. Well, I don't know why 100 points just flying. Alright, get that flurry rush. Looks like we're gonna have a blood moon here soon, too. Okay, what did we get? A Lysol forked boomerang. Okay. I swear, if you keep doing that... Alright, so... Since we're gonna be getting a blood moon here soon, I think I might go ahead and run back to where we had just come from. If we take a look at the map, I'm talking about over here at the Hyrule Ridge, because I could go back to that Bokoblin camp that we found right over here, and then get those guts, and come back, and then I'd be able to upgrade fully. And at some point, I think once I get the tower done and everything else, I do want to kind of like circle around this area like I had mentioned. So... let me just grab what I can here, and then we will continue up towards that tower. Okay, I'm deciding to just go ahead and skip to morning, that way we can get past the blood moon. Hello, boys! Ow! Okay, so we're gonna get plenty of materials at least. I guess the plus side is I don't have any weapons. Could you quit hitting me? Yeah, that is the unfortunate downside to us sticking around here overnight, but if we can get some more materials, it'll make it worth it. Okay, got some more Bokoblin guts and other stuff. Could you quit shooting at me? There we go. Alright, so... okay, not a bad trade-off. I got 5 more arrows out of that. Okay, so we can just go ahead and continue up this side of the pathway here. And I'm gonna grab that boomerang. Okay. So if we keep running along here, we should be able to just run right up towards the tower. Unfortunately, I think we are going to have a bit of a blockage with... oh. Oh, there is a new enemy down there. A stone pebblet. So, we have faced a regular stone talus, we've faced the granddaddy talus, but this is just a little baby stone talus right here. And, you know, they don't really do a whole lot. They're not really that threatening. So, I'm just gonna leave them be. Okay, so, we have a couple different paths that we can take. But I'm gonna go to this path on the right, and we do have another moblin. Actually, 2 of them. So, we are going to be able to get more of those moblin guts. Okay, let's just run in really fast. Alright, let's just start swinging. Because if I can get more of that defense with that Soldier's Greaves, that's gonna make a huge difference for when we're getting into fights like this. Okay, we do have quite a few of them here. Okay, can I just hit all of them? Ow! Oh, man. Yeah, we're gonna have to be very careful here. Come on, get up. Alright, now that we're up here, I could probably just try and... man, I wish I had a bomb arrow. Alright, let me... that was a terrible miss. Take out at least a couple of them really fast. Alright. Let's get him out of the way. There we go. Alright, now let's just start swinging. Alright, take that guy out. I'm gonna grab all this really quick. Alright, now I'm just gonna probably repeat the same thing that I did here, as that's probably gonna be the best way that we can do this without dying. Okay. Alright, we really want to keep our distance with that, because they are swinging and hitting very hard right now. Ow! Okay. Yeah. Whew. They are really coming after me right now. Okay. We were able to miss that. Oh, man! Alright, I really wish we weren't going through our fairies like this right now, but I guess we gotta make a trade-off if we want to get those guts. Let me go ahead and... Now that I think about it, let me use this Great Thunderblade, because if we can stun some of them at least... Oh, man. He is the biggest pain right now. Okay, so that's a spiked Moblin Club. That shouldn't be doing that much damage, I wouldn't think. Alright, get that guy. Okay, let's just use this boomerang. Oh, that got stuck in the ground, okay. I'll grab that really fast. There we go. Oh, got a Soldier's Claymore, that's not bad. Can I pick up any more weapons? Okay, there we go. Alright, so we have plenty of Moblin Guts and Fangs right now. Okay, so we got plenty of the guts there. I'm gonna hold off on going to the Great Fairy Fountain until we get the tower. And what do we have? A Royal Claymore, 52 damage. So, that is another great weapon. I'm going to... Well, never mind. I'll throw this Spiked Moblin Club because that'll break pretty easy. Okay, swap back to that Claymore. Alright, and what we have here are obviously creepy eyes. So what we need to do is shoot them with our bow. And then that clears up where we need to be running to. So, we can make our way around here. Alright, let's blow this up and see what we have up over here. Okay, just some more materials. Okay, looks like we have some more gloom up here. I'm not seeing an eye quite yet, but it should be right around here somewhere. Alright, this is probably gonna be our best way. Let's not run into that. Alright, I hear something rolling. Excuse me. Okay, so definitely try and watch out for those rocks that are falling. And... Ew. I don't really... oh, man. This is gonna be interesting. So I don't really know exactly how we're supposed to be getting up here, but... Before we try and find a way to get to the tower, if we take a look over here, we can actually see that we have a shrine here, and we can get a better view of the village. And I spot yet another shrine right over there, so let's mark that. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, so now that we have that, let me take another quick look, because I really want to make sure that I'm not missing out on anything while we're up here. Since we have the distance, and since we have the elevation. Okay, let me just run around here really fast. Alright, so it doesn't look like we have any other great way to get up. If we could climb that tower, that would be good. But I don't see a way that we can get up onto that. I'm gonna go ahead and climb up on this little pillar here. Okay, but first, this is the Tabantha Tower. So, let's just climb this. And as you can see, we have a little bit of an awkward way that we're gonna have to get around this. So let me try and... can I climb on? Alright, come on. There we go. Alright, so with this, I'm really not sure if we can just jump up. I'm not sure if we can really just jump up past it, but we might be able to. I really do not know. I hope so. Okay, can we do this? Ugh! Yes, we can, but we... Oh, man, I don't know if we're gonna have enough stamina. And I did not make anything to recover stamina really fast. Yikes, okay. I think we should just have barely enough to get up here, so... Alright, come on, come on! That was really not good. Okay, I have the speed boost, so maybe that'll do something. I hope. Okay, so we can actually just bypass that here if you go along the little edge. So that's pretty good to know. I wish I would have known that before I tried jumping and then gone through all of that. And with much more stamina to spare, we have made it to the first little platform. No problems from here. We are right there. Okay, we have made it to the top. The Tabantha Tower is now complete. Let's get a good view of what we are running into here. That blue Gatorade goes crazy. Okay, there we go. Another region unlocked. So now that we're up here, let's go ahead and take a moment to just catch our breath and look around. So we have those two shrines that we have tagged over there. And if we take a look, we have a Bokoblin camp there. I'm not really seeing much over this way. Alright, what do we have to the south? Okay. So we have pretty much all the same stuff that we had already passed through. So I'm going to go ahead and get over to the Great Ferry, and then once we get done with that, I'm going to take a look back over at the... what's it called? Ludfo's Bog? Ludfo's Bog, Mount Roam, Upland Lindor, Lindor's Brow, all of this, because I feel like we may be missing something here. So, I will meet you guys back down at the Great Ferry, and we will get that armor fully upgraded. Yes, I have need of upgraded pants. Alright, so now our greaves and our chest armor is fully upgraded for what we can do here. So, after this, let's go back to the stable, grab Oreo, and then check out that area I was just talking about. Oh, first, I forgot. We can go ahead and tell Torin here that we got the quest completed. So that means you met the Great Fairy, huh? Man, I'm so jealous. But hey, at least you got to meet her, and that means technically, I got to make my offering to the Great Fairy. I can't thank you enough. Forgetting something? Huh? No, I don't think so. Wait, what? You aren't trying to tell me you want a reward, are you? You got to see the Great Fairy thanks to my tip, didn't you? And now you're asking for more? Oh, Great Fairy, even if it's just in my dreams, won't you appear before me? Okay, so we have that all complete. Okay, now that we're back on the road, I was looking around a little bit, and I think the best thing that we can do right now is to head up onto this mountain here. That'll give us a really good view of what we have down in the bog, and then we can also get a good head start on whatever's up on the mountain here. Looks like it's pretty clear over here, not really anything to look at so far, but we could have another shrine, or maybe some Koroks. A Bokoblin camp. Why am I not surprised? Alright, let's just take these guys out real fast. Oh, no, 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 no! I was not expecting them to be right there. Ow. Okay, if I can just lead them right in here. Alright, you know what? It's a risky play, but let's do it. Alright, I took a little bit of damage from that, but not a whole lot. Let me go ahead and swap to that claymore. Alright, just keep flurry rushing. Okay, that wasn't even fair. Okay. Well, we got a few more things here. And another chest is here, so that's not too bad, but... Oh, here, I'll just get rid of this. Well, that sucked. There we go. Okay, another chest down. And hopefully we can just go ahead and replenish some of the weapons that we lost. Come on, gimme, 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 gimme. Hey, a Knight's Claymore, 38 damage. Only the most confident of Hyrule Castle's knights carried this two-handed sword. Sweet. Okay, so that is a very good trade-off for the Claymore that we were using, with only 20 damage, so I'm going to swap back to the Boomerang. Alrighty, so that wasn't a very bad find at all. And what do we have here? Another bow? A Dragon Bone Bokobo. 24 damage, not bad. And actually, we are probably getting pretty low on the durability that we have left on this bow, so I'm going to drop the Falcon Bow and take that instead. Okay, and I don't know necessarily if we're going to be able to get around this side here, but if not, we can always just leave Oreo here for the time being and then climb up. And yeah, I'd rather not take him through all this. So I'm going to get him a little bit safer back over here. Alright, Oreo, treat yourself to some apples while I'm gone. Okay, so up here we can see that we have some trees if we look at that mini-map, and it kind of flattens out up on the top, so maybe there's something up there that we can figure out, or something that we can find. I'm not really seeing anything yet. Oh. We have a really odd-looking wind stream going up, but I'm guessing a Korok? My guesses were correct, as they usually are when it comes to these little guys. So we're taking a quick look around, and now that we're up here, let's look down there, and we can see a couple orbs, a purple and green one, and several towers here. And there's a red one over there. And this is the area that has the constant storm, so that is going to be nice to deal with. Let me check out what this is first. Okay, that just pushes us up, but is that useful for anything? Doesn't really look like it. I figured there would have been something around here. Another Korok! Alright, go down the waterfall. So, it doesn't look like there's anything here, which I'm kind of surprised, but let me go ahead and gather some of these materials quick. We can get a lot of these fireflies, which is how we upgrade the stealth set that we have currently. So let me grab as many of these as I can. Alright, they're all gone. Fair enough. Oh, hello. So, let me go ahead and jump down here, because I have a feeling that maybe there's something underneath. Alright, I see a chest and plenty of fish. But not really anything besides that. I really did not mean to do that. Just go ahead and keep our best armor on then. And you know what? Let's just do this. Hey, that actually got us a few fish that we can grab too, so not too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 pillars there. Alright, we actually have a hardy bass. Its sizable body can store a lot of nutrients. When cooked into a dish, it will temporarily increase your maximum hearts. So that was a really good fish to grab. And a Staminoka bass. It will restore a lot of stamina. Probably why it's called a Staminoka. Okay, let me get my stamina back here really quick, and I will jump back in and get these fish. There's a lot of fish. Wow. Okay, what do we have in the chest here? Okay, 5 shock arrows, and that's not too bad at all. Alright, let me climb back up here really fast and get our bearings before we figure out what we want to do next. Okay, now that we're back up here, let me go ahead and run around the mountain again. And I really I could have swore it seemed like there would be something more up here, but I guess not. So, man, we're going to be having to make quite the trip back to Oreo if we head down there straight away. But it's probably for the best. So let's just glide right down and see what the deal is here. I'm getting a little closer, and I decided I'm going to try and land on this small tower over here that has that orange orb up on the top of it. Because if I know anything about Legend of Zelda, we're going to have to do a short little puzzle here, and we actually have some lightning. Let's take that off, first and foremost. Alright, can we make that? Oh, just barely.
You who have reached this land of thunder, I present you with a trial. When the four spirits have been settled in their proper places, they will guide you to the hero's trial.
Okay, so we actually do have a shrine quest here, the Trial of Thunder. And unfortunately, well, actually, I guess we do have these weapons that we can use. I'd rather not use them on keys, so maybe I can blow them up. You know what? Of course, we have to use a good weapon like this on just keys. Okay, so let me think. So the best thing that we can do here is we're going to go ahead and use stasis and hit that orb as much as we can and try and knock it right onto that platform. So let me grab stasis here. And okay. Oh, I hate that we're going to have to use this for something like this. Alright, let me get that. Oh no. Alright, come on. Is that good? Okay, that is more than good. Okay, we have one of them up there now. And there's nothing here, it looks like. We do have a place that we can rest, but I don't really know if that's necessary at the moment. So let me try and get right over here to this next orb. Man, you would think that it would be a lot more flooded here with how much it's been raining. It's actually a really cool area with these trees. I mean, it's very different from what we have seen so far. Okay, hopefully this isn't too much of a hassle. Yikes. Alright, come on. There we go. So, let me see if I can get up there without moving that orb. Okay. This kind of seems like it's going to be a lot trickier, but let me just go ahead and freeze that. Alright, let's just hit it as many times as we can. Alright, come on, please. Alright, we got it on there. Alright, now all we need to do is go ahead and climb up and then figure out what we need to do for the rest of this puzzle here. Alright. Not too bad of a little climb there. So, we have a green orb there. Huh. Are you serious? Would you just go away? Man, this 40 damage weapon, and I had to use all of it on these orbs and keys. Typical. What the hell? Oh! Shh, that scared me a little bit. That was really loud in my headphones. So, it looks like these symbols on here are what we need to match up with the orbs. So we need to put the purple one here. Okay, and the red one will go right next to it. Can I just throw this? Just barely. Alright, there's that, and we have the green one right up there, and that orange one obviously has to go there. There's nowhere else it can go, really, so I'm going to do this one first because grabbing that thing is going to be a bit of a pain. And really quick, can I get rid of this thing? No, I can't. Alright, you know what? Have at it. Okay, honestly, I really do not know if I'm going to be able to climb up this. Yeah, this is gonna be really difficult. Alright, we're just gonna have to try and time it as best that we can. Oh my gosh. Alright, can we just... Oh! Just barely. Okay, let's rest up just a moment, and we will throw that thing right down there. Oh! Okay, just barely. Here we go. This should work. Okay, and it does. Oh. That great door just unlocked. It's a giant mole! It's just another shrine! Okay, so the Trial of Thunder is now complete, and this is the To Yasa Shrine. Yasto. Buried secrets. Well, they're not going to be buried for too long, because we got bombs. Case in point. And we do have a metal block there. Alright, so we just have to play a little bit of Minecraft here really fast, and blow all this stuff up. Oh! That was really stupid. Okay, we'll just throw that again. And I'm pretty sure I saw the chest back there. No, not the chest, but a giant pressure plate. It's starting to feel more and more like Minecraft every minute. Is this the chest? Yes, it is. Gold, gold, gold. Rubber armor. This armor has built-in electricity resistance. Thanks to its source material, an ancient marvel called rubber, such technology does not exist in this modern age. Okay, so we got rubber armor, and that will give us some shock resistance. So if we can find the whole set, that'll really help out when we're going through these thunderstorms. And I don't know if that'll have any effect when we're using metal weapons, but I don't know. It'll be something to kind of see. Okay, so we just need to move that there, and that unlocks the door. So, let me just run around fast and take another quick look around before we run up there and finish this shrine. Alright, so I'm not really seeing anything. Is that something that we can run into? It might just be the platform that we need to run on, or maybe it's just holding up those blocks there. I'm guessing that that's the case, because it looked like everything else was falling on its own. Alright, let's jump up here. Oh, we do have another chest. Now, really fast, I'm going to have to try and see what we need to do. Is this one that we can grab with our magnesis? No, it is not. Let me see. Maybe this is going to be kind of something to one of the first shrines that we did where we have to knock it off the platform. So let me grab this right here, and... there we go. Alright, easy enough. Alright, let's set that right back down where it was, and go open that chest. Alright, another armor set. Hey, now we have the opal. Alright, well, it's not too bad. Okay, let's just run up here real fast. And... alright, that is slightly blocking our way. Okay, let's see. Hopefully we don't need those for anything. Alright, no we don't. It just blocked the ladder, so... alright, let's take one last little quick look around, and I'm gonna throw a bomb down here, actually, because you never know. Alright, doesn't look like there's anything there. Alright, let's just go up and get this next shrine complete. There we go, Spirit Orb number 8, so we can actually go ahead and upgrade ourselves 2 times. Oh, and it looks like the storm has actually cleared. Maybe that is the result of us finishing that puzzle and completing the shrine. So that's going to make getting around this area a lot easier, but what I really want to do right now is go ahead and get some upgrades, because we are really needing it with how easy we're getting hit and about killed every single time we're in a fight. So let me just go ahead and teleport right back to, I think, the Temple of Time, you know, whatever, it's closest. And I will go ahead and get another heart container and another stamina vessel. Alright, we just got heart number 6. And some more stamina. Okay, now that we have that done, let's go back and do a little bit more exploring. Of course I didn't forget about you, buddy. Okay, so, really quick, let me go ahead and run right over here and look at the map. So, we do have some stuff over here that we could check out. Wash's Bluff and Illumini Plateau. Interesting. So I'm going to check these things out really quick, and then once I'm done with that, we will go ahead and take this road and check out the village here. Looks like we're going to have to deal with some rain pretty much the entire day, so that's not the greatest news, but you know what? It is what it is. Okay, instead of taking that road, we're just going to go right through here. And actually, I think we have a little way that we can just ride right up onto the mountain here. Alright, so let's take a quick little turn around here. Okay, there we go. Alright, now we can just pick up some speed. Alright, nice, nice. Okay, we have a pretty large clearing here. And I see something in the distance there. Not really sure what that could be. That's very interesting. I think I see somebody. Is that Cass? Here, let me get my telescope out. Yes, that is Cass. Alright, well that was unfortunate. Alright, thanks for the jelly, and let me see. So if we look over here, I'm not really sure if there's any way that we're going to be able to climb up with our current stamina. Maybe? I don't know. Alright, we can see that there's a platform right down here, so I'm going to try and climb up really fast. Okay, hopefully this isn't too steep and we can get... Okay, we got up there fine. And... Alright, I really do not know how we're going to be able to do this. Maybe if we jump off the side of... I don't know, this is kind of weird. Maybe it's going to be something where we have to go back up onto Satori Mountain. Okay, just about there. That looks like it's way too steep. There's no way we're going to be able to do that. Okay, we made it up onto this taller platform, just barely. And... there is no way. There's no way we can climb that. I do not understand how Link is holding on, but you know what? You go, man. You go. There's no way we're actually going to be able to do this. It's so... I'm literally climbing like... How? It's all in the finger strength, I guess. Okay, so we've actually made it right all the way up here. So let me see. We have, I think, something to examine here. I leave here a record of my search for the ancient songs of Hyrule. The ancient song of Pagos Woods. It seems that a song has been passed down through the ages in Pagos Woods area of Faron. It references mythical creatures such as dragons and giant serpents. I wonder if such creatures ever really existed. Oh, they do. The ancient song of the West Hyrule Plains. West Hyrule Plains, there is a bridge called Gecko Bridge. Near this bridge, there are a number of circular rocks with holes in their centers. Peculiarly enough, these rocks are apparently mentioned in an ancient song from the area. Huh. The Ancient Song of Rabia Plain. Apparently it's in the northern part of Hateno, home to an ancient song about beasts. I'll likely stop by the village during my search for the song. The Song of Gerudo Tower? A tall structure. I don't know where this Gerudo Tower is, but mysterious towers have popped up all around Hyrule recently. Maybe a tower that appeared in the Gerudo region. So this is basically going to give us an idea of some places that we can go to. But really quick, let's talk to Cass here. Excuse me. Was that a bit rough on the ears? Oh, you've done well climbing all the way up here. I know a song about this place. Would you like to hear the ancient verse? Let's hear it. When the moon bleeds and the fiends are reborn, the monks will invite you as they have sworn. But first you must stand on the pedestal, bare, with nothing between you and the night air. When the moon bleeds. I wonder what that means. May the light illuminate your path. I think I have an idea of what it means. So, the Under a Red Moon Shrine quest. This is a really tedious one. What you have to do is not have anything equipped, and then you have to have a blood moon go overhead. And then that's what'll activate it. So, I really wish we wouldn't have to do this, but... Alright, let me go ahead and unequip everything. I'm gonna keep this flame blade on, and then... Let's grab some wood really fast. And the reason why is that I'm probably just gonna go ahead and wait, and then skip time here. So, let's see how many times this takes. God. Please let this be the one. Oh my god, please. How many nights is it gonna take? By the time I get this blood moon, Ganon's already gonna have destroyed everything. I've sat here for 10 months. I've just been trying to find one blood moon. Oreo and I are about out of all of our rations and we're starving. Cass is up there still playing that damn song. Okay, after about 8,000 hours of trying to get a blood moon to appear, I have decided I will just let it happen naturally, because I mentally cannot do it anymore. I spent so long just waiting for it to appear, so yeah. Let's just go ahead and get onto the Great Bridge and get over to that village. It's supposed to appear during a full moon, so I'm not really sure when the next time we'll see it again is. But it looks like we actually have something else pretty interesting coming back up. So I'm going to wait for Dinral to fly his way over here, and then I'm going to get another bit of a scale or a piece of his horn. So I'm going to just wait for that really quick. Maybe that'll be a piece of his horn. Or perhaps another scale. Let's see. Okay, we got a shard of Dinral's horn. The shard chipped and fell off the red spirit Dinral. Its horn is said to be the crystallized power of fire itself. We are back, and now, this road is going to be a little bit dangerous for us. We are going to have to rush through here without being spotted, or if we are spotted, Oreo and I are going to be dodging some beams again. You know, it ought to at least be easier this time, considering I have 2 more spurs that I can use, so... Okay, let's just get through here as quick as we can. Ooh, no. Alright, don't look here. Okay, got past them. We just have to keep going along here, so that's not too bad. I don't think there's any more around here, so I think we're gonna be in the clear, fortunately. Okay, just gonna be passing right back through where we met the Great Fairy and where we got the next tower. This is a really cool area over here, honestly. Riding through all these mountains and stuff. Okay, and just like that, we are back around where we saw that bokoblin camp up on the tower, so we shouldn't be too much further away now. Oh, sorry about that, Oreo. Okay, we can see that village just right over there. It's getting closer and closer. And now it can't be me, but that giant... what? What? Hang on, what? You know what? If it was his talus, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just ready to be at this village. Okay, that's a very narrow bridge. Yep, let's just take it very nice and slow through here. It is a little terrifying, actually. Okay, we have some Lizalfos down there. Nothing we need to worry about, though. Okay. Alright, let's just ride along through here, and we should have a shrine over there where we have marked, but I'm going to go ahead and get past that for now, because I'm really curious what's going on at this village. Out of my way, fool. Okay, and now we have another stable right down there. We are now at this next stable, and what is the name going to be for this one? The Rito Stable. Alright, so, now that we've reached the Rito Stable, I'm gonna call it good here. So, in the next episode, I'm going to be focusing on getting that shrine up there. I'm gonna look around here a little bit, but the main thing I want to do is head up into the village there and see what's waiting for us. So, I'll see you all in the next one.